Welcome back to another episode of Mindset Training. This is episode 4. This is going to be a little different episode today. My name is Anthony Hawthorne. If y'all could go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Evan Hutcheson.
And I'm Eric Bardos.
Okay. So how y'all been?
Been good.
Yeah. Been good.
Okay. So this will be a little different because I haven't trained neither one of y'all one-on-one per se. So today we'll just, I have a few questions for you. We'll have a little dialogue about that and just basically go from there. So start off, Evan, just go ahead and say where you graduated from, where you currently going to school right now. Eric, you do the same as well.
So I graduated from the Winston School of Dallas in 2023. I'm currently going to be a senior at University of St. Francis in Joliet.
And graduated Winston 2024. I go to Tarleton, going to be a sophomore.
Okay. A senior, for real?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I thought you was like going to be a junior.
No, I'm a senior.
Time be flying.
I graduate in
So
May.
serious. Okay. You still playing ball though?
Yeah.
Okay. What position you playing?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Okay. Okay. So let's get into it. So, Eric, you're not playing no more, of course. Evan, you're still playing. So, first question I have for y'all is, what do y'all enjoy most about the game?
I would just say playing, like anything, like open runs, and especially enjoy open runs. Just playing with other people, meeting different people. You meet people from all over when you play basketball. So whether you play, like when we did our, open runs at Winston or we're playing somewhere else, like it's always fun to meet different people and just talk to different people.
Got you.
Mine probably just good runs.
Good run.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think has been the hardest challenge in you guys' career that you faced when you were playing? Eric, you can answer that first. So when you were playing high school ball, what was your biggest challenge, you think?
Coming back from an injury, I got surgery. I hurt my foot playing soccer. Why am I playing soccer now? But I had to do physical therapy every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then playing basketball again, conditioning. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I would say it was my junior year of high school because my freshman and sophomore year we had made the playoffs, and my junior year is when we got a new coach, and we didn't make the playoffs. So that was kind of like a eye-opening experience to me because, you go from making the playoffs both years. Like, we didn't win anything my freshman and sophomore year, but you make the playoffs. So, not even making the playoffs, I think that was kind of like a disappointment and, kind of motivated me towards my senior year.
Got you. Okay, so what, well, you said y'all made it your freshman year. I wasn't there yet, right?
No, Eric's first year was our junior year. You weren't, my junior year. You weren't there yet. You came my senior year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, our first year playing together was my junior year, which was, I don't remember what our record was. It wasn't good, though. I mean, we were one game out from the playoffs,
Hold on.
though.
I was under the impression y'all never made the playoffs until I came.
No, my freshman year, we made the playoffs because, I believe my junior year is when they reseeded everybody. So we played a team in Lubbock my freshman year.
Okay.
I think we drove, whatever Lubbock is, 6 hours. I think we lost by 40.
Okay.
Then my sophomore year, we played. They were the Stars. I don't remember what team they were. They were closer, though.
Okay.
And we were up in the fourth quarter, and we kind of lost. I think we were up 2 leading in the fourth quarter and ended up losing by 6 points.
So was Saunders there your freshman year? Or that was...
No, Saunders came in my junior year,
Gotcha.
which was our first year playing.
Okay. Got you. Okay, so so that kind of etches out my next question because I didn't know that. That's good to hear. Okay, so when I did arrive, a new assistant coming in, I guess y'all were still getting used to Saunders as well. So what were y'all thoughts on having another assistant as well? What were y'all thoughts? And also, if you did learn anything from me while I was there, what did you learn, if so?
I think it was. Wait, what was the first part of the question? I forgot the.
So what were y'all thoughts on having a new head coach and assistant?
Well, my senior year was obviously his second year, so like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of understood, like, when you have a new coach, you don't understand like what he wants. Like he may say what he wants, but like it normally takes like 1 year under a head coach to actually stand like what his principles, like what he wants you to do on defense and stuff like that.
Right.
Because the previous coach before Saunders, we had ran like a 1-2-2, kind of like a 3-2 defense.
Got you.
And so we were all zone. We played man like end game if we needed to. But like Saunders came in and he's like, we're playing man all game. So that was definitely an adjustment.
Okay.
And then, so like, but my senior year, going in, I knew what Saunders wanted, and we were more comfortable with each other talking about what we wanted to do. And then, like obviously with you coming, it was just kind of like another voice
Right.
to like voice your opinion. Give different. It's always good in basketball when people are giving different opinions.
Right.
Obviously, everyone's. Like one opinion may be right and others may be wrong, but some opinions they may all be right.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to do zone, whether Coach Saunders wants to do man, both may win the game, but one may be more effective than the other.
Got you.
And I'd say like the thing I learned is probably just like from you, like control what you can control.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
like in the game, you can't make other people make a shot. Like if you give them a good look and they miss it, like it's not on you for having them miss the
Yeah,
shot.
like you did your part by
Yeah.
making the right play. Yeah. What about you?
I was excited, especially since our previous assistant coach wasn't the best. So when I met you, I obviously knew already better, so I was excited about that.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from you, especially my senior year, doing the drills in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That helped me improve my game a lot.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So my first year there, we make the playoffs. Was that the year we went to St. Mary's?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Fouled out.
We go to St. Mary's. They have this crazy point guard. It's real good. What'd you say? He dropped like 40 on us?
Yeah, 46.
40 on him.
That was rough.
He dropped like 40. Real close game. At the end of the day, we ended up winning by 1, which was a great road win. But to overcome that, Evan, you fouled out. Fourth quarter or right before?
It was like
the
2
fourth?
minutes left in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes left in the fourth, and I believe we were down by like 5 or something.
Yeah, it was.
Eric, you had to take over and pretty much lead the way. So I guess my question is, Evan, when you fouled out, because this is your senior year, you fouled out, how were you feeling? And then Eric, what were you feeling mentally on what you had to do to bring that win home?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I looked at, I can't remember when I fouled out exactly. It was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes left, and we were down by like 4.
Yeah.
And obviously, we were playing in the middle of nowhere, Texas. So like the refs weren't on our side.
Yeah.
So it was one of those deals where like I'm looking up because Phillip, our big, had gotten hurt or fouled out. I can't remember
He
which
fouled out
one.
too.
So like you were down your 2 best players, and then like I will give credit where credit's due. I can't remember. I think it was maybe Christian and. Can't remember who else came in at that point, but they stepped up and played like really good defense at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought it was over when I came. I mean, obviously, I had faith that we could do
Yeah.
something, but like the game, like the way the
game
flow was
going,
flowing was not
yeah.
great at all. Like it wasn't like they had just hit a couple shots. Like we were up most of the game, and then like we got some like bogus fouls on us, and then like
Mhm.
but I mean like we ended up winning. So.
Yeah. So Eric, how did you feel mentally when Evan fouled out? What was going through your mind, if you could remember? Like, what were you thinking before you actually took over the game?
I was shocked when he fouled out. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what are we going to do now? But we hit a couple shots, got some good looks. And when we won, I was like surprised. I was like, wait, we won.
Surprise, we won. Yeah.
I didn't really think we were gonna win, especially
Really?
with the players that were
we
on
had
the
left
court.
yeah.
Our 2 best players were out.
But if you think about it, before you started taking over, I think J-Side hit a big 3
Yeah.
that kind of cut the lead, and then you hit a couple buckets in a row. So we had kind of like snatched the momentum back,
Yeah.
a little bit. So
I think the problem with that game was I don't think we'd ever get flow of anything. Like I think there was just so many foul calls or whatever. Like we would get like we'd go on a run of 6 points, and obviously this is 3 years ago, so I'm trying to remember. I
Right,
think
right.
we went on a run. We'd score 6 points, but then and then we played good defense for like 20 seconds or whatever. And even though there's no shot clock, we played good defense, and then they just happened to make a backdoor cut or something like that, and it just lead to a layup, which was kind of like defeating because it was like we just played good defense,
Yeah.
and like for a backdoor layup was kind of pointless.
Right, and the situation where we're playing at, their crowd is getting into it.
Yeah.
We know we're not getting the whistle, stuff like that. But, I wouldn't have traded that experience for nothing. That's a great experience to go through. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit, ask y'all a couple quick questions. If you have one, favorite subject?
In school,
Yes.
I mean, like in college now, it's just anything like business related, like finance related specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Just learning about how business operates and stuff like that is very interesting to me.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the same.
Okay, what's your current major?
Business.
Business too?
I'm a double major, so I've got finance and accounting, and then I'm minoring in entrepreneurship.
Okay, that's what you're interning right now?
Yeah, I'm interning in like a finance position.
Okay. So Eric, what are you planning to do?
I'm not sure yet. I'm
Not
just
sure
trying to
yet,
see where
okay.
college takes me, but yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as you kind of thinking about it,
Yeah,
because it's getting close. What year you going into? Sophomore.
sophomore.
Okay, yeah, it's about time to start thinking about it for sure. Okay, let's see. College and NBA, favorite teams and why?
I'm a Mavs fan. I grew up a Mavs fan, so I will stay loyal to Mavs forever.
Got you.
I'm a Celtics fan, so everyone already hates me. But
Yeah.
I grew
but-
up in Boston, so
Okay. So after the trade, you still like a diehard, or you just kind of like,
the Jaylen Brown trade,
Yeah.
the podcast trade.
The podcast trade.
Of course, I'm always gonna be diehard.
Okay. Got you.
That trade was bogus.
Okay. Favorite NBA player?
Luka Doncic.
Jason Tatum.
Okay, y'all ready for this? This is a conversation. Who is your GOAT?
Oh, greatest LeBron James, no questions.
Well, now he's on the Sixers. I don't know if I can call him my go anymore, but
Okay. I didn't think y'all was gonna say that.
No, yeah, 100%. It's not even close.
Okay. I
Until
thought we
Tatum
was gonna
takes
be
it.
able to
Yeah.
have a little debate, but y'all with me. I didn't expect that. Okay. Look. When you when you right, you're right. I can't even debate you. I was expecting the debate right there.
My whole thing is you're saying greatest player of all time.
Yes.
If you want to go here's my take on it. Most accomplished is Bill Russell
Got you.
because he's got more rings than anybody.
Okay.
So I just don't like when people say the rings debate with Jordan versus LeBron, because if you want to pull up rings, then you can pull up all LeBron's. LeBron's got more points, more playoff wins, all that stuff, and you can say LeBron's played longer, but I feel like that's got to be part of the debate. Is if you play longer, that's a good. You should be rewarded for playing longer. And shouldn't people shouldn't hate on LeBron because you're playing longer, so that's gonna hurt your GOAT case or whatever.
I'm with you.
With his zone. He didn't play zone.
What is what?
But they didn't shoot threes in MJ's era either.
My uncle should have been on here for this question. Man, I thought y'all was gonna say something different. I was ready to give my point. Eric, why do you think he's the GOAT?
longevity
Longevity?
and basically the same thing he said.
Yeah. Okay. I would add in winning with multiple teams. Like you said, being able to sustain health-wise.
I mean, he
stuff
would have
like
if in 2021, if Solomon Hill doesn't dive on his leg, he wins MVP at whatever that is, 37 years old. That's crazy.
And then what was that year he was supposed to win? Defensive Player of
2010,
the Year.
and he was supposed to win in 2010, but they gave it to Marc Gasol, who got second team All NBA defense.
Yeah.
And I think another point to it is people will say he's not even Team USA, whatever that was, 2 years ago. He won. I'm pretty sure he won the MVP for that tournament on the Team USA team or whatever. And that's literally a combination of Steph Curry, Kevin. I mean, that's arguably the greatest Team USA team ever. So if he's winning that at whatever he was then 38, 37, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the best player on the floor. I mean, I know Steph Curry hit those like threes at the
Game
end,
shots,
but like
yeah.
LeBron was, scoring most of the game. And like if you're the best player on the court at 37 years old in the Olympics for Team USA, like you're doing something.
Okay, I got you.
But in your prime, you get a bronze.
He gonna argue that out. Okay, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all on there. I honestly was not expecting it. I had dialogue wrote by that question because I wanted to debate. Okay, so Evan, in high school, you set a record for 1,000 points, 4 years. One of the greatest high school shooters I've seen. For real, with my own eyes. Besides when I played, it was a guy just like you I played with. His name was John Paul Johnson. He was like 2 years ahead of me. He was a lefty though, but he shot threes just like you. But so y'all were both great. But what I wanted to ask you was, what do you think went into you setting that record and being a great shooter that you are?
Well, like first off, I didn't even know like because our coach at the time, Coach Saunders, he was the one that started tracking it. So like I got the 1,000 points basically my junior and senior year because we didn't have this records from my freshman and sophomore year.
Oh,
Because Coach Saunders came to me at the end of my junior year and was like, how close do you think you are to 1,000? I don't even know, because he's like, I don't have your freshman year, and he had some of my freshman year and sophomore year stats, but like not every.
so it could have possibly been more.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Coach Saunders was even saying it was probably more. Plus my sophomore year, we only got to play like 15 games because of COVID, maybe even less. But like what really went into it was like disappointing junior year, kind of like lit a fire under me to be even better my senior year.
Yeah.
So like from I think I took like 1 week off after the season was over my junior year, and then just got straight to work in terms of everything, shooting, dribbling, because Coach Saunders made the point to me before my senior year. After my junior year, he ended. He sat me down and basically said, you're a really good three shooter, but you can make your three better by learning how to play inside as well, because that will open everything up. So I think that's what made me better my senior year, was the fact that like teams had to guard both the three and me driving to the basket.
Gotcha.
So they couldn't just push up and hope if I drove, that was what they wanted.
Yeah. So tell the younger generation coming up that want to be great shooters as well, like yourself, like what it takes to become a great shooter, like how your workouts were, your work ethic, and how often you worked on your shot.
I mean, like, it was pretty much every day, 6 days a week. I mean, it's just about getting like game repetitions in
Yeah.
and getting a lot of shots up, but efficient shots, if that makes any sense. Because you can get into a gym and shoot 800 shots, but like if they're not game shots and you're shooting, you're grabbing the ball, you're slowly dribbling or whatever,
Right.
and shooting again.
Kind of like going to the rec. And
Yeah,
just shooting
exactly.
around.
It's not,
Yeah.
you're not getting really, you may be getting better doing it, but you could be way more efficient. If you can get like you and a buddy or a teammate or something like that, and, you go in and do, you stand in one spot, move to the other spot, catch and shoot. Like that's what really gets you better, because it's game shots, and you're moving with, if you're with someone, then they can rebound, get it to you quick, and it makes it way more efficient.
Got you. Okay. And Eric, you're more like a dual player. You do more than just basketball. You play tennis as well in high school, right?
Yeah.
And then you make state?
Yeah, made state in
Okay.
high school.
Did you win it or
No.
no? What happened? Was it like competitive or is just
Yeah, it was just they're better than me.
they were just better?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the younger generation that wants to play more than one sport, like what advice would you give him? Like, would you give them like coming up on how to be successful in both sports, whatever they choose?
Try to balance out the sports you want to play. So if it's, let's say, basketball or tennis or basketball or soccer, put in the work and try to find, how do I say this? If you know you're better at a certain sport
Mm-hmm.
and you want to pursue that more, but still want to play the other sport, put in more effort in the sport you enjoy and you think you're better at.
Got you. That makes sense.
But I would also say, like, even like for people that are super young, like play as many sports as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
Like
have fun
don't
first.
like I hear too many kids nowadays that are like, they're like 5 or 6 years old, and it's like, oh, I only play basketball. I'm like, that's not like, you shouldn't do that because you'll tire yourself out by the time you
Yeah.
get to high school or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't tell you growing up. I mean, I played like lacrosse, soccer,
Yeah.
everything. And it makes you better at, playing like those sports also makes you better at the sport you really love because, playing soccer will help you work on your footwork for
Exactly.
basketball. But it's also just about like, you learn so much playing different sports. If you only play basketball from the age of 5 till you're 18 in high school or whatever, like eventually it's just gonna die out for you because you're
Yeah.
playing year-round basketball for 13 years or whatever.
I agree. Believe it or not, when I was little, my first sport was soccer. My first sport was soccer, and I was actually really good at football too. A lot of people used to tell me I should have, because when I left junior high and went to high school, that's when I just only focused on basketball. So, but a lot of people just tell me like I should have played football more. But I agree with you. Play as many sports as you can until you get to a certain age
Yeah,
and want to focus on one
because
sport.
eventually like you get to a certain age where you kind of do have to pick
Right.
because like with basketball especially if you really want to like play college and be serious about it, like you kind of have to be year-round.
Mhm.
So you can't like take like a 2-month break or whatever and say to
Gotcha.
play like another sport and then come back 2 months later and expect to be as good as you were 2 months because
Yeah.
if you take 2 months off it may take you 2 months to get back to where you were, so you're never going to be able to get better in that way.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm switch it up a little bit. So, favorite travel destination that you've been to, and what's on your bucket list? Eric, you go first.
Favorite travel place? When I was little, I went to Croatia.
Mm,
That was once in a lifetime. That was amazing. The food,
yeah.
scenery. And then travel destination that I want to go to? Hawaii. I've heard a lot of people go to
That's
Hawaii,
my bucket list too.
but I've
That's
never
my
gone,
first
so
one.
I want to go.
That's my bucket list. What about you?
I mean like there's two cities in mind. I love Chicago, like the city of Chicago itself.
That's where you're at now, right?
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
I'm in Joliet, which is like outside of Chicago.
Okay.
It's like 40 minutes outside the city. But like the city of Chicago is really fun to be in. And then like
Mhm.
my second, I would say like the city that I love being in is Cincinnati. Like I
Okay.
love
Is
going
that
to
'cause of the
Cincinnati.
Bengals?
Yeah, but like even like the city itself, like I think it's one of the most underrated cities.
Okay.
Just in terms of like like the nightlife. The city's kind of like it's kind of different from Dallas because Dallas is more spread out in the city,
Mhm.
whereas like in Cincinnati like there's like one street where all the sports stadiums are at, all the bars are at, and then you go a little up, there's more restaurants and all that stuff.
Okay. 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 So let's see. So what has y'all's college experience been like so far? Like, what have you enjoyed the most about it?
For me, meeting so many different people, and not every person is the same. So like you get to learn everyone's different like background and history and
Mm-hmm.
where they grew up in. Some people Texas, other people even outside of it. But
You been doing some partying?
no,
No,
no.
not at all.
He is lying.
Yeah, you could be honest. I mean, I went to college. I did a little partying. You know,
Maybe
nothing crazy.
maybe one or two.
Okay, yeah, I know you have. It's almost impossible to avoid. You know, as long as you're doing the right thing, ain't nothing wrong with it. What about you?
I would say for me, like, because we won our conference championship the last 2 years, like the conference tournament.
Okay.
My sophomore year, we won both the regular season and postseason. But on top of that, I would just say, like, kind of piggybacking off Eric, like meeting people, especially like my coach recruits very heavily internationally.
Mm-hmm.
So I have teammates, I've got a teammate that just, he's playing in NBL 1 right now, which is like the G League for the
Yeah.
NBL. I've got teammates from Spain. I've got a teammate from Scotland, from Italy.
Oh wow.
So like from all over. So it's kind of cool to like see when they come over, they talk about like their experiences moving here and how, oh, this is different, back home. Like sometimes they'll be shocked at some of the stuff we do and don't do. But it's also kind of nice because now like, like my team in Australia, he just got engaged. So now next summer I get to go to Australia.
Oh yeah.
So
That's nice. Nice. Okay, so kind of expand on that just a little bit. tell the younger generation like the difference between high school workouts, practices, and games opposed to college?
Honestly, like there really isn't that much of a difference.
Okay.
Like you're still doing like the same drills. Every coach has their drills they like and don't like. I would just say everything, is way faster in college.
Yes.
Like everything moves faster. You have to make way quicker decisions. Just everything has to be 10 times quicker than you think. But you also have to slow down at the same time. Like if you move too quickly and try to do things too quickly, especially like as a freshman, then like you just can't do them as you think. So like part of like the struggle your freshman year is always kind of adjusting to the speed of things. But that's really the big difference, and coaches expect you to be faster in drills and like there's less room for mistakes per se. Like, in high school you may do a drill, the coach may say, you got to make 25 out of 43s in order to go on to the next drill. In college they may say, we only got 5 misses. So
Got you. Okay. Do you feel like, as far as being in shape, there's a difference for that?
yes and no. I mean, like, we don't do too much conditioning in college in terms of like our coach. We don't do like normal conditioning. Like some teams like run up and sprints and stuff. We do like pool workouts and stuff like that for conditioning. But I mean, like, I feel like you do have to be a little more conditioned just because it's faster. But I mean, in basketball in general, you have to be in condition. Otherwise, you're going to be gassed after going up and down 2 times. So I just feel like you have to be a little more conditioned because it's faster. But I feel like, you kind of get used to it eventually.
Okay. Okay, let's see. So, as I said, this is a little different from my normal interviews. So, do y'all have anything y'all want to ask me, or
Let's see.
I'm sure y'all could think of something. We got a little history.
Let's see. What was one thing in high school that drove you crazy that both of us would do?
Man, that's a good question. Drove me crazy.
Not like drove
I
you
would
crazy,
say-
but like one thing that you're like, why does he keep doing that over and over again?
Just goofing around, normal kid stuff. Goofing around with each other. Y'all are super, super close too, so y'all are always playing. So, just goofing around. But it didn't really like annoy me. Like I always say, y'all really brought life to me. As like in practices and stuff, I would get out there and play with y'all. There's not many coaches that do that. You know what I mean? I have to give y'all a couple buckets here and there. So y'all brought the life out of me. I went to prom, which I never even went to prom. I didn't go to my own prom. I went to prom when y'all asked me, so that was nice to do. And there didn't really much y'all, did to annoy me. I enjoyed the road trips.
Oh, those were my
yeah, I
favorites.
forgot about
But
the
I think,
van
I'll
drives.
be honest with you, I think y'all used to make Saunders a little mad sometimes because everybody be like, oh, I'm riding with Hawthorne. And my van be full. He got like 3 people
You're
out of
like-
the whole team riding with it.
trying to think what else to ask. What did you think when you first practice after you saw us? What did you think? Like honestly.
First practice, I'm like, okay, you got like 2, 3 good players. The rest needs development. It was kind of new for me because I've always been a head coach. Like every time I've coached a team, I've always been a head. So I had to adjust myself and allow my mind to be open to whatever Saunders wanted to do because I was never an assistant. It's always just been me. So I think the whole time I was there, we probably had a disagreement maybe once in front of the team. I think it was after y'all left. Yeah, I think it was after y'all left. But so it was just an adjustment for me overall. But I felt like I'm always confident in anything I have, my hands on or that I'm teaching that we could be successful. And, I felt like we were successful for what we had while I was there as well. You shocked me today, though, because I honestly thought this whole time that we didn't make the playoff. Y'all never made the playoff.
No, we had never
'Cause you
won a
remember-
playoff game.
Oh, okay, so that's what
Yeah.
we made history on.
Yeah,
winning.
that's what.
Okay, so that's the confusion. 'Cause I
Yeah.
thought we never actually.
Because like
made
the
it.
school didn't have like good, like Saunders was the first one to really start keeping like good records in terms of like,
Yeah.
you know, he was the only one that had ever like kept stat. I mean, we have obviously in basketball you have to keep a stat sheet, but like he
Right.
was the only one that would keep them and like add up the totals and put them into max preps. You know, even if you didn't put them in max preps, it was, you know, at least some people had like the stats or whatever. Now I will say I wish we had the huddle camera
Back then.
back
yeah.
then because Saunders, and I told him the other day about it. I wish he would have spent. I think because there was a lot of people on our team that wanted the stats, like to know like after the game how many
Mhm.
points they scored or whatever, instead of like Saunders actually watching the film and seeing what we could get better on.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was trying to have to multitask, you know, do the stats and also write notes about what he thought we could do better on. Because my senior, it wasn't until we didn't get the shooting machine until after my senior year.
Ooh,
So if I would have had that like going the summer before, that would have been really nice.
that'd have been crazy. Yeah. You got anything for me? Think of something.
No, not really.
What would you change about it my senior year if you could go back and?
I would be the head coach. That's what I would change. I feel like I'm slept on coaching wise, if I'm just being honest. I was over defense. I felt like I always put us in the right defense to be successful.
Especially with the talent we had.
Yeah, with the talent.
Like,
we
no
had,
knock,
like,
but it wasn't like, you know, you don't have someone out there, you know.
the least I would do every game is take their best player out of the
Yeah.
game at the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like I was slept on. So if that's anything I could change is that, and maybe a few sets that we ran offensively. You know,
I can't even remember some of them.
I do. You know, they were, you know, what they were. So those are some things that I would change. But overall, still talk to Saunders to this day. Great guy. I appreciate him to the fullest because he's the first one that gave me a shot at being a coach and at an actual high school. So I always, you know, respect him for that. But if I could change anything, it would be those things. So my last question I have for y'all, we'll start with Eric. Like, what does life after college look for you? I know you say you really haven't thought about it, but if you could give me an answer now, like, what would you think you would want to do after college?
Obviously get a good stable job.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe moving out of Dallas. I've lived here for I think 5 years now, so maybe try to switch it up.
Where are you originally from?
Boston.
Boston, right?
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, like, now I think about it, it's in like 8 months from now.
Yeah.
So,
Soon.
I would just say, like, you know, just being happy, like whether, because I'm open to living wherever for the first couple years of my life. I mean, that was something my dad had always told me was like, you know, don't like shoulder yourself or like set yourself down so early in your life, like of where you want to live. Like you may like, you know, eventually I do think I want to live in Dallas, like when I eventually have kids and a wife. But like I'm open to living wherever in the United States, you know, for the first couple of years.
Got you. Got you. Okay.
Just popped up when y'all was talking about
Basketball category goes greatest shooter, greatest defender, Elijah Wood, greatest scorer. I would say we could probably debate greatest scorer. They got Kevin Durant. I would put. I think Melo would be a debate for that.
Oof, I don't know about.
Greatest passer.
I feel like Carmelo only was good for about like 6 years though. I feel like KD's
Really?
done it for longer.
Okay.
I mean, like Melo had his stretch with the Nuggets and then went to the Knicks, but I feel like Melo never did it when it mattered, in a way, because he never went deep in the playoffs.
Got you. I could actually agree with this chart because, okay, so they got greatest player Michael Jordan, greatest all around LeBron James. If you want to say all around, I could go with that.
I'm trying to think.
I could go with that.
I mean, greatest passer. I don't think anybody can argue that because I don't think anybody can catch. I don't think anybody could even catch his. I mean, like
Yeah.
the greatest passer from like my generation is probably Chris Paul.
Mm.
I mean, I'm trying to
Okay.
think who else would even be.
Or Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo's up there, but I think Chris Paul is second or third in this. I think LeBron may have caught Chris Paul. I can't remember. Chris Paul's up there in like number of assists though. Greatest shooter, I don't think anybody will argue that. I mean, like, I think some people probably try to throw in Reggie Miller or Ray Allen, but, like, I just think Steph
I
is.
go with Steph too.
Greatest rebounder, I think that would be right.
Bill Russell
I mean, greatest defender, that one could be, that one I think you could
could be
debate.
debated.
Yeah,
for sure.
a while. Because, like,
I would have to see stats on that.
I also don't, I
on
don't,
the
like,
greatest
I don't know,
defender.
like, stats up top. I don't know how many, like, but, like, you also have to think, like, Defensive Player of the Year awards are, like, do you count those as defensive player? Like, you know, is that whoever has the most defensive players of the years would
I
count?
wouldn't say it way that.
Yeah,
much.
that's
It wouldn't
because,
weigh
like,
that
I feel like that's the one award in the NBA I think gets ridiculous as the All NBA defensive team, because I feel like once you make it once, they just keep putting you back on there.
depending on who you are.
Yeah, like I
'Cause
feel
it's like Marcus Smart.
yeah, I feel like
when
he made
won
it.
I don't see him in it. You know, every
Don't
year.
disrespect Mark.
I love Marcus Smart, but I don't.
I'm
see
trying to
him
think like
making
if
all
we
these-
pull. I'm trying to think like if we could go through this for our generation, like from like 2000s on, who would be each one? Like greatest player, you could say would be LeBron, and greatest all around would be LeBron for both of them. Like I don't know.
I would go greatest all around LeBron, greatest player Kobe. Yeah, greatest player Kobe.
Greatest
LeBron
scorer
would stay
wouldn't
in.
change. I don't know who's the greatest rebounder though. From like
It's a few you could put in there. Maybe Kevin Love used to be a beast. Ben Wallace. Garnett. Yeah, it's a few you could put up there for greatest rebound.
here, I've got an underrated greatest defender for our generation. You can put Tony Allen in there.
Tony Allen used to lock. He used to lock up.
Who else would be a good defender? I mean, like Marcus Smart was good, but he was never like
Drew Holiday.
yeah.
I love Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Greatest passer.
I would say Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
I mean, Rondo was good, but I feel like Chris Paul was such a bigger role. I think Chris Paul ran the point guard more than Rondo did.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Who
think
would be the greatest dunker in this generation?
who? I mean, like Zach LaVine,
Exactly.
I was
That's
about
who
to
I
say,
thought
yeah.
about first. Zach Levine.
but like
Oh no.
I think that's just
are
off
we
dunk
talking about
on.
in game though?
That's what I'm trying to think.
In-game.
Like in
Yeah, we're
game,
talking
like I mean,
about
LeBron
in-game.
has some nasty ones
Yeah,
for.
it
But like
would
I'm
be
trying to think
fun.
who else. Like I mean, like Giannis has some, but like Giannis is just looks so weird because he's so lanky.
Long and yeah.
No Tatum.
No, Tatum.
Got
Stop it.
some pretty mean posters.
Greatest dunker. Tatum.
Who's the
He dunked on LeBron in 2018 as a rookie.
I remember.
who? What would you say is the greatest since 2010? So 16 years. Who is the greatest team? The Warriors team.
Yeah.
No.
That
it have to be.
2016, 2017
No.
Warriors team.
Statistically, it would have to be.
It's the 24 Celtics.
Okay.
The 20 who Celtics?
The 24
Out of
Celtics.
24 Celtics.
No one's beating that team. Period.
But it's hard to go 73 and 8. 9, yeah, 73 and 9.
And the average win it was about 27.
You say KD the other day said that the Philly team this year is better than the.
Just talking. Yeah, he's just talking. He's just trying to get some buzz going out there. But you know who beat that 73 and 9 team, right? Yeah.
The GOAT.
Yeah. So we know who did that.
I'm trying to think who else who is a team that was like just like I feel like the last couple of years like even like the finals teams like I wouldn't say like the Nuggets like the year the Nuggets won like they beat like some sorry teams.
But that was
Like,
kind of like the Mavericks run. They just had that 1 year. And that was
yeah, but like even the Mavs run, the Mavs beat people that were like good. Like you can argue that run is the greatest run. I mean, like, I know LeBron's the series like was the greatest run ever, but
No,
like,
that Pacers run, I don't know.
Pacers.
but like
Yeah,
who
that
did
was-
they beat though? Like
What you talking about with Halliburton?
Yes, that was. I was like watching.
That was a
witchcraft.
good run. I feel like they would have won Game 7 if he wouldn't have got hurt, too.
yeah, but I just think like the thing I say about the 2011 finals run. Obviously, I'm biased as a Mavs fan. Like the first round, you play Brandon Roy in the Trailblazers. That was Brandon Roy's prime with LaMarcus Aldridge. Second round, you played the defending champs, the Lakers, and you swept them.
Yeah.
And then-
It was Kobe, right?
Yeah, 'cause that was Phil
Playing,
Jackson's
yeah.
last year as a coach.
Yeah.
Then in the Western Conference Finals, we gentlemen swept Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, and then you
Okay.
beat the Heat in the finals.
That is kind of crazy. I ain't going to lie. That's kind of crazy.
And like, I mean, like, I don't know what run would be better than in terms of like who he beat. Like,
Yeah, because, okay, so let's go through it then. The Warriors, when they did win, because it was one year they won, and I think every round, but I think what I'm saying is one year they won every round. I think a best player was hurt. Like one year they had to play Portland,
yeah,
Dame was hurt.
yeah.
Then they had to play Memphis, Ja was hurt. So it was like one of them championships. It was
And
like,
they also
it was
they
just-
should have, if Chris Paul didn't get hurt in Game 6 or whatever against in Houston. Well, then in Game 7, what was it? They missed like, I think they made their last 3 in like the second quarter or something like that, and they went like 0 for 27 in
Yeah, I
the second
remember.
half, and only lost the game by like 6 points or something like that.
Yeah, you make a good case for.
But
the
I feel like
average.
since like the 2020, the bubble, I don't think there's been like, I mean, I think like the Thunder have been the best team like to win since 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like everybody else has kind of been like a one-off. Like the Bucks were kind of like a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Suns.
Yeah.
The next year was when the Warriors beat the Celtics. I feel like that was kind of a one-off. I think like they got hot at the
Celtics
right
had
time.
no experience yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they beat the Warrior. That was the year the Warriors beat when Ja was hurt.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then like they played the Mavs, and the Mavs, you know, like the Mavs were running out. I mean, like Luke and Brunson were on the same team, but they still weren't, like Brunson wasn't Brunson yet.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, like we had, I don't even know who our big was then.
But you want to talk about that? You got Clay sit out 2 years.
Clay. You said
Oh
Clay
yeah,
sat
Clay
out
2 years and came back. Yeah, I mean that was
And they win it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because the Mavs had, I think the Mavs were running like, because Porzingis I think was gone at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You made a real good case for the 2011 Mavs, I won't lie. And I don't even like Golden State, but that's 73 and
yeah,
9.
I mean no one's.
That's hard to.
But even like that, like you
That's
won
hard
73-9, and then Kevin. But like if you think about it though, they should have lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder blew a 3-1 lead
They did.
before even getting to the
Yeah,
finals.
for sure.
And then Kevin Durant obviously snaked out and joined
Right.
and ruined the NBA for 2 years.
I think that's part of the reason too why Bron didn't go there, because they would have killed them for like joining.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't, even though it wouldn't have been. the
I think
same,
what
but
would have
you
been
know,
interesting is where Kevin Durant would have gone if Golden State didn't blow a 3-1 lead. Because I don't think KD still joins the Warriors if.
Yeah, if they go win.
If they go
or
win
even
it.
If they go to the championship and lose it. I
Yeah.
don't think he joins them either. Yeah, that would have been interesting too. He might have just stayed and tried to get.
I can't remember where else he was. I know he was rumored to go into the Celtics at one point as well. Like during that whole stretch, there was like a couple teams. It was like the Celtics, and then like, I mean, he really should have just stayed in OKC. I mean, obviously he
think
got
so,
his
too.
rings, but no one will respect those.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Go to the Celtics in D.C. with John Wall.
Yeah, okay, that's what
Yeah.
it was, because he's from that area. So,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think that's the problem with KD. Like when you talk about legacy, I think that's the big problem with KD. Is like, yeah, he's got those rings or whatever, but he got them, you know, joining the greatest team of regular season team of all time.
Yes.
And then like, you know, what has he done outside of that? Well, you know, he went to the Nets, his foot was on the line. Should have won. You know, they
I
should have won
remember
that.
that.
They lost to the
Yeah.
eventual champions. And then but Kyrie and James Harden were both hurt that year. And then Harden obviously left like halfway through the next year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kyrie I don't think they made I can't remember what happened in the playoffs that next year.
They lost to the Celtics.
Okay. Well, he remembers obviously.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
remember that.
And then that next year was when Kyrie got traded to the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, if we go back to the 2011, like, if you think about the Mavs, like if you talk about like the greatest players from like the 2010s, from 2000s on, like you talk about Kobe, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Westbrook's obviously up there, and Dirk beat all those guys in one playoff run,
Yeah.
and he didn't have another All-Star on that team. Like current All-Star that year, because obviously Jason Kidd was an All-Star
Okay.
before,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's a crazy run. It's a crazy run. So if you had to pick a finals matchup for the next season, who you going with? I don't even know mine, but we're gonna just.
Anybody but Philly. I can't see them in the finals. If I see them in the finals, I'll lose my.
I mean, I think the West
My
is
mind.
going to be the Spurs or Oklahoma City.
Okay. Well, who you got? Okay, I'll say my West first. So I don't got the Spurs going back. It just rarely happens like
Yeah.
that. I think
And they're
they
young.
just had a good year. I think they will eventually be back, but I think they just had a good year. Now teams know how to guard them. They know who's good. Like Dylan Harper's not going to be a surprise next season. Castle's not going to be a surprise to anybody next season. Even Vessel, the shooter they got, he won't be a surprise. Then they lost their sixth man and picked up Tobias Harris, which probably just had his best season of his career
Yeah.
in Detroit. I don't see him doing that again. So it's kind of like Wemby going to have to average 35.
Yeah, I
So,
think it's going to be OKC.
yeah, so I honestly got OKC first, and right behind them, I'm going to say Minnesota coming out the West right now. Huh? No? They going to get back, just not this year.
I think the
It's
problem.
just rare that the same teams go back.
I think the
That's how-
Thunder.
that's
I
how
think the
NBA
Thunder just ran into a bad matchup with the Spurs because like Chet can't guard Wemby.
I don't even think it was. I mean, of course, matchups matter, but I don't think it was too much of that. It's just because they still took him to 7 without
Yeah.
Jalen Wood, and AJ Mitchell was having a crazy playoff run. He got hurt. He wasn't playing, and I don't even like the Thunder like that. I'm just saying, like what they did even without those players. So with them healthy, that probably would have been a 5-game series or something.
Yeah, I think.
Like I think this could not only do the Spurs a lot of mistakes
Yeah,
those last 2 rounds what that caused them. So I feel like he got to grow too. So I just feel like it's just gonna be the Thunder or somebody new again.
I don't see that. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of the West. Like the Nuggets, I think their clock has kind of expired. In
Yeah.
terms of like I mean they could upset somebody. They could go out there and somehow upset San Antonio.
Exactly.
But they're not
Yeah.
going to go all the way, I wouldn't
Right.
think.
I agree.
I'm trying to think who else. I think the Timberwolves will be a really interesting team
Mm-hmm.
to watch, because
You don't
LaMelo
think
Ball
so?
has never really played.
I do.
They never play for chemistry. They play to sell tickets because you never know what you get from that shit.
But what I was telling them earlier before we started, if you notice how Minnesota's been losing, teams are double teaming Ant because they know he don't have a shooter to pass it to. But now you can't do that. Melo gonna knock down that open 3, opposed to passing it to Conley and hoping he hit a shot.
I think it would also
You
be.
know
I
what I
think
mean?
part of their problem too is they got Gobert down low. In terms of like,
Yeah, but now you don't got Randall ball stopping. So now the paint is more open
Yeah.
because Randall's not down there ball
who I
stopping.
don't even know who their backup big
And
is.
Jaden
Now.
McDaniels is coming on. He had a real good year this year. So I feel like he's going to get better.
If they get Kaminga, I give them a chance.
Kaminga? Yeah.
I think
yeah,
the
he's
East
still-
though is wide open
think the East is wide open.
because the Knicks got hot at the right time. Like I don't think they were necessarily like the best team in the play. I think Detroit was the best team going in, but they just had no playoff experience.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks just got hot at the right time. I mean, like they were hitting. Like I can't remember what game it was. They hit. Maybe it was the Detroit series or the Atlanta series where they were like, they broke the record for most 3.5 or whatever, or were right there
Oh,
on
yeah.
that line.
They was up by like 50.
Yeah, like
something.
you don't blow out a team by 50 in the playoffs by just scouting good. Like you're
Right.
just hitting shots at that
Yeah.
point. But I don't see them going back to back.
But the East is 8 deep.
Yes,
Anybody.
I could see Philly winning. I could see the Knicks. I could see the Knicks going back to back. I mean, the Cavs are still a good team, although I don't.
No, nobody's went back to back in 8 years, right?
Yeah, so I don't think anybody. I don't think the Knicks. If I had to put money on it, I would take the Sixers.
Okay. Who you got coming out the East? If not your Celtics, who else would you pick?
I don't even know. Probably the Cavs,
Okay.
but East is getting a bit better. Halliburton's now going to be playing.
I
Again.
forgot about the
Halliburton's
Pacers.
back. Yeah.
I think
Pacers.
I think Zubac will be an interesting mix with them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But I think it would also be interesting to finally see. Obviously it takes with Achilles it takes like a full year to actually get back. Even once you start playing again, it still takes a while. So I think it'll be interesting to see if if that was just like a fluke year or whatever for the Pacers
Yeah.
2 years ago, if they can actually make some noise once they get back to the playoffs again.
Yeah.
But the deal is, the East is the new West, but you got 3 teams on spoilers. Orlando, Atlanta, and,
Yeah. That's on the rise.
and Toronto.
Yeah.
Those spoilers.
Yeah. Now Toronto is gonna be scary in these.
If they get
Especially
Kawhi,
if they get Kawhi, yeah.
if that trade actually goes through.
They're gonna be scary in the East.
Those are spoilers.
I'm not gonna be biased and pick Philly because, like I said, every time Brian leaves, he never wins it his first year. It's always the second year. So
The team everybody should be afraid of is Atlanta.
yeah, I like Atlanta, what they're doing over there. I think a sleeper
Is
who's
Washington?
gonna make the playoffs
knew
is
you-
Washington. I don't think they're gonna get to the finals, but they're definitely gonna.
Hands.
Yeah,
The Bance,
but
he
he's
can play off
always
the
a
ball.
playmaker.
Yeah.
too. So if AD
Is he playing
plays,
82?
Well, AD
he
wants
said
a new
he's playing
contract.
82 games this year.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
see. If AD stays healthy, that's a crazy pick and roll.
Who is their 3 and
Trade.
4?
It would be DeBonsta. They still got Trey Johnson. He's
Yeah.
like their 2. I forgot who else they had.
Alex
picked
Sarr.
up.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
yeah.
what.
Yeah. Like you said, Atlanta's on the rise.
I think the problem with Philly will just be if they can keep obviously stay healthy with Embiid.
hmm
If Sixers stay healthy though, I don't see who would beat them. But the only thing would be like depth. I mean, like like they have Dean Wade coming off the bench.
No, they're talking about starting Dean Wade because he plays defense too.
So who would be your
So-
starting 5?
Over Maxey?
It would be Maxey. They're putting Edgecombe on the bench. It would be
Oh.
Maxey, Jalen, Brun, Dean Wade, Embiid. So you got Edgecombe off the bench, Caldwell Pope off the bench, Anthony Simmons off the
I
bench.
forgot Anthony Simons went to.
Simons. Anthony Simons off the bench.
But he gonna be LeBron. If he gonna adapt to game situation where he may not get the call.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll be able to because I feel like all those guys on Philly. Like I know Maxey needs the ball, but he can also play. I feel like none of those guys, because I think the problem with the Lakers is Luka needs the ball in his hands,
Yeah.
and Austin Reeves needs the ball in his hands, and then LeBron wants the ball.
But
So-
they've already said that they're gonna let LeBron run point. So he's
Yeah.
clearly gonna play the back seat, and he should average 10 assists this year.
Yeah.
Wow, he couldn't shoot the mid range or nothing. I feel like he worked on his jumper and got better at that. But if he plays point all year,
I mean, he's LeBron James. He's gonna
he's
put up
gonna
numbers
average 10 assists. I don't see how he can't.
and like you can't double anybody on that. I mean, like Jalen Brown won Finals MVP 2 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna be nasty.
This is my only issue with the team. If they do this, I feel like Embiid takes way too many threes. So if he's on the outside a lot, I don't like it. He gotta get on that block.
I feel like Nick Nurse is a good coach though for that group
To
as
make that
well. Like
adjustment,
that's
yeah.
like, a lot of people say LeBron always has like player coaches per se,
Mhm.
like never someone who's like X's and O's kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I feel like it will be interesting because like Nick Nurse took that Toronto team to won the finals, and obviously the Warriors were hurt that year, but the Warriors were still the better team, and Toronto was able to beat them.
Right.
So I think Nick Nurse is a good coach. I mean, even last year, Philly came back from 3-1 against Boston, and then they kind of like they played the Knicks in
Knicks
this,
and just
and they
got
kind of just.
Yeah.
I think the problem is the Sixers championship was almost beating the Celtics because they came
Yeah,
back down
for
from
sure.
3-1, and the Celtics
And that's
beat,
what happened with the
The
Spurs.
Spurs.
yeah.
Beating the Thunder was their championship.
And I feel like that was the problem too. Is the media made it out seem whoever wins the West is gonna win the finals. I'm like, that's not how it. Like,
Yeah.
especially with how hot the Knicks were. I mean, the Knicks, who they in the conference final? I know, did they sweep the Cavs?
Did the Cavs? I feel like they got one game.
Maybe I
No,
can't
think
remember.
They did sweep them. They did sweep.
I think
them.
because I think the Cavs. It was one of those sweeps though, where like the Cavs were in every game,
Yeah.
but they ended
They
up.
just couldn't pull it
Analytically, they
Yeah, I forgot their Kenny Atkins said analytic game or whatever.
through. Yeah.
But it was
I-
the same way with the Spurs. No lead. I almost feel like sometimes, like even when the Mavs, like when you get that 20-point lead, it's almost like, oh my goodness, because like especially if you get the 20-point lead early, like I feel like players relax and.
Because as soon as it get to like that 12, 13 mark, that's when it comes.
I mean, all like I think that's what's so different about today's game is like all it takes is like if it's like 12, 14 points, you get 3 stops, 3 threes or whatever, and it's 3-point game, and all your momentum's on your side. And
Yep. Okay, so final matchups. I'm gonna go with Detroit and the Thunder. Who you got?
I'll probably go Thunder and Cavs.
Thunder Cavs. Okay, that's interesting.
I'm gonna go Thunder and Sixers.
Okay. Dream matchup. I would love to see that matchup. Dream matchup. But I'm gonna be biased and stick to second year.
Sure for the second year?
Yeah, he's already locked in.
Yeah, but he could still retire after 1 year. He could say he's done after 1 year.
I think he's gonna play these 2 years here, and then Bryce gonna come into the league, and he gonna go to Cleveland and retire.
So you think he's got 3 more years?
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna do 3 more, because I can't foresee him retiring somewhere else, and he gotta have the attention. I love him to death, but he gotta have the attention. So he's gonna go back to Cleveland at some point just to retire.
So
That'll be like because they're also doing a documentary right now. Too,
Yeah.
So I can't see him retiring in Philly. You know what I mean?
The question is though, let's say LeBron gets to 6, gets 6 rings, and it's tied between him and Jordan. What are they gonna say then?
Well, I was watching Stephen A. podcast like a week and a half ago. I was watching Stephen A. podcast like a week and a half ago, and he had Barkley on there, and he asked the exact same question. And Barkley said if he does that, he's going to consider him the GOAT.
If he gets 6?
Yes, if he gets 6. I already think he is. But
I mean,
so
because I just think you can't go off rings, because then it'd be Bill
I don't
Russell.
think you can go off rings either. No point guard, no shooter.
They have no bench either.
Bam can't play on the block no more.
Sorry, Coach Saunders.
I hate that roster. No shooters, no point guard, no bench. They gave up too much. Bam, he's gonna be a corner 3 shooter all season. Yeah, he can hit a couple, but he ain't scoring 80 again.
I mean, like, and you can't win.
You know what I mean?
Like, if you can't win clutch playoff games. I mean, like big time playoff series with Davion Mitchell as your
as your point guard.
As your point guard.
Davion Mitchell's a backup point guard. Like they got.
I mean, he's a really good defender, but he can't play make like a.
Yeah, and then it's like Wiggins. He's gonna play a little defense, but you never know what you're gonna get from him on offense, night in, night out. So they're like 2 players away. I think they need to maybe go after. Even though I feel like he's washed, they need to go after Clay. Who? Spoelstra? I'll give you that. But they like 2 players away. They need a shooter.
If you put him on Philadelphia, they win.
Right away? Yeah. I like Spoelstra. But yeah, Miami need another shooter, possibly a point guard, and they'll be all right. If I was them, I would go after DeRozan.
He's still not signed with anybody?
No, not yet. I would go after DeRozan, another player you could get a ball to, and he gonna go get a bucket. Yep. He gonna give you 18, 20 a night.
See, I think the problem with the salary cap now with all the aprons or whatever is you're never going to get, like, these trades now have to be so even that, like when you're trading a star player, you give up too much where the team is nowhere. Like the Heat are better than they were before they got Giannis, but they're not in a better position to win the finals per se.
Exactly. Or get that far, like deep, a deep run. Yeah, because when they went up to, all you got to do is load up on Giannis right now.
Yeah.
And let Bam have them corner threes. You could live with that. So, yeah, I'm not really big on Miami right now, even though they do got the coaching. I would pick Boston to beat Miami in the series right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't? Why not?
We got podcast P. That's all I gotta say.
Podcast P.
Yeah,
Paul
we gave
George.
up. Yeah,
Oh, Paul
yeah,
George.
we gave up Jaylen Brown for a podcaster.
But I'm taking if somebody gonna take over a game out of Giannis and Tatum, I think I would probably take Tatum.
Well, Tatum owns Giannis, so that's not really. That's not really
There
a
you go.
debate.
There you go. You got
Who could beat like one of the favorites in like
In
an
the
upset playoff. Like, you know, like the Celtics could go like, I don't think the Celtics would be like a top 4 seed, but they could be in that 4 to 8 range.
Mhm.
And I think the Celtics could like, you know, beat a team like, you know, they could upset Philly. They could somehow upset, you know, the Knicks. They could somehow upset who else would be up there? You know, anybody up in the top
like
that
Detroit.
yeah, like
somebody
the
that.
Cavs. Like I could
Yeah.
see the Celtics, but I don't think the Celtics could win the finals. But I kind of goes back to like the Nuggets in the West. I think the
They could
Celtics
upset
could
somebody.
play some
Yeah,
spoilers for some other
for
teams.
sure. Yeah, I can see that too. Okay, well, that's all I have for y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out. Wish the best of luck to whatever y'all choose to do after the college life. Do it to the fullest. This is Anthony Hawthorne with Evan and Eric and Mindset Training. We'll see you guys another time.